The grind shapes you. The glory defines you. Identity, purpose, confidence. This is...
Hey trainees, welcome to Grind and Glory. I'm Kobisa Ziki.
And this is your girl Rose Shabalala.
And we're back with you. We're back at you with a new episode. Happy to be here.
It's been a minute. The month that we currently been, it's been a roller coaster. I mean, we're in the middle of winter. Waking up, guys, it's so difficult. It is so difficult. Having to set that alarm early, client visits. You know how it is in audit. And I feel like everyone's just busy with, busy season at the moment. So
Yes. But I will say, I think this winter was less aggravating than the previous winters. I was speaking to someone, actually, it wasn't that bad. Maybe it's because of driving. I don't know.
No, some of us are still here. GP 10
no,
okay. So you're there in your how bus swiping the ticket.
Okay.
At least when you get into your car, you're just like, oh, where's the aircon? Let me just put on my AC.
Okay.
But you see?
Actually, maybe. But yeah, it's not. I've seen deep winters. I've seen some very deep winters.
But guys, before we carry on, you know how we usually do it. Yes. So we're gonna start off with our icebreaker, and Tobisa has something cool for us with our icebreaker for today.
Yes. So today I'm doing icebreaker today. Very excited. So I'm gonna play Would You Rather. Right?
Would I rather what?
Would you rather? So I'm gonna give you two scenarios.
Okay.
And you must tell me what would you rather do, right? And they get a bit more intense.
Okay.
Right? So I'll start you for some light. It's not that. I'll start you off with some.
Okay, start off easy, please. I don't want to be thinking.
Okay. Then right.
Okay.
All right. So would you rather travel the world for free or have your dream house?
I think I'd rather have my dream house, hey? Because
Really?
I'll travel the world for free, but when I come home, I come back to what's same.
Okay,
Let me rather have my dream house, because ideally in my house, I see a cinema,
Okay.
I see an elevator that takes things, like those elevator houses where you have an elevator that takes it to the next floor.
Okay.
Triple tier, so that's, I want a big house with a pool, obviously, slides. So I can bring the holiday to my house.
To your house,
Yes.
okay. I would have chosen the different, but okay. All right. Would you rather read minds or be invisible?
Be invisible.
Okay.
I'll rather be invisible, because then at least I can go or be in spaces without people seeing me. Because I don't think I want to hear what people. I don't want to. I don't want to hear what people are thinking of actually. Because now imagine I'm going through your thoughts, Tobisa, and I'm just like, oh my word, is that what you think of me?
Yeah. Then you just it's not fun. Some thoughts are just meant to be thoughts.
Yes. Let's keep it to yourself.
Okay. Would you rather accidentally text your boss "I love you" or call your female manager mom?
I'd rather call my female manager mom.
Okay.
I'd rather call. I can't imagine my current boss now. Yes, oh my word, that is so awkward.
No, you can't recover from that.
And you know what the funny thing is? That thing of obviously you need to protect your devices during audit and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
So at the office, we have this thing of if you leave your laptop when it's not locked, right? Then your team can literally send a Teams message to anyone.
Yeah.
There was one instance where this one first year, right? Yeah. There was a senior who left her laptop open, right? Yes. And then she texted to the partner that, would you like to go out for some ice cream?
Oh my gosh, no.
Imagine. So I'm just like, So
did he respond?
No, he chuckled and he was like,
no, I would actually
how
die.
awkward that is. So that's why I said, no.
No, I would die. I would actually die.
It's
awkward.
I wouldn't
believe that.
So now imagine you've never spoken to this partner, and then the partner's just like,
what's going on?
What's going on? I love you. That is a bit awkward.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. Would you rather have your last 50 photos shown to everyone or your ChatGPT history?
ChatGPT history.
Okay.
Guys. Guys, I went through a series of phases, hey?
Yeah.
But if it's the last 50 photos, I think, in that phase, I think,
Okay.
I'm looking good, I'm looking cute. But if we were saying maybe example, the last 10 years, right?
Okay.
That's so traumatic because I went through the color blocking phases. Remember with the colorful Tommies? Yes, cash time, So Those pictures are cringe.
It's been a time. Okay.
It's been a time.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Let's do the last one.
Let's do the last one. Would you rather be famous but hated or unknown but loved?
Unknown but loved. Hey. Yeah, guys. I feel like nothing beats people that genuinely care for you, you know, because what's the point of you have all this fame when you walk into the mall, everyone's chanting your name, there's Rose Gold, you know, but everyone just guys, social media is
it's fake.
It's
not okay, you can ask me like 4 questions.
Let me see. Okay. Okay. Would you rather be rich with no free time or average with all the free time you want?
Rich with no free time. I know I sound so shallow right now, but
you want to work to the bone.
But who's just like? Because the thing is, even if I'm average with free time, I'm always going to be thinking, how can I work harder?
Okay.
You know, and rich with free time, at least I can do things in that time. Rich with no free time. I mean, like, I don't know, make most of the time, I guess, with no free time.
Okay.
The point is I'll be rich. That's like the outcome.
You want the financial freedom?
I know, I don't sound very like wellness, but yeah.
Okay. Would you rather never fall in love or never have your dream career?
I would rather never have my dream career.
Ah, really?
What's wrong? No, I love love. I need to be in love. I need to get married. Okay, it's a very deep desire. My dream career, sure, like there's a lot of careers I probably could have pursued and probably could have been great. But yeah, I don't know.
Love wins.
Love wins all the time.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here's this one. Ooh, these ones are related to love.
Okay.
Is the universe saying something? Okay. Would you rather know if someone is lying to you or know exactly what everyone thinks of you?
I would rather know if someone is lying to me.
Okay.
Or like lying is such a thing for me. I can't trust you the same after I find out that you lied to me. I don't care. Like what everyone else thinks of me has nothing to do with me. But lying can help inform my decisions.
Okay, that's true.
I can't do anything about what anyone thinks.
That's true. That's true. So that's like a deal breaker for you.
Yes.
Okay. So would you rather restart your life from age 10 with everything you know now, or keep your life exactly as it is?
I think I'd keep my life as it is, because to be honest, with everything I know now, I don't know that everything will be significantly changed. Like, there's one thing to have knowledge, but will I even care to implement? I'll be like, oh, I know that's bad. But I'll be like, oh, it probably wasn't that bad the last time. Let me do it again. I don't think I'm like this inspirational, like, I'll change the world. No, like, keep it now with everything I have knowing and do better as it is.
But don't you also feel like sometimes there's a certain reason why things happen? Because if, let's say, you had to go back 10 years back, right? And then change things. Do you think you would be the person that you currently are now? Because
I used to say it's going to turn out
it's not going to turn out, because guys, I feel like it's like a domino effect. The minute you change the pathway, the end result is going to be different.
It's like the butterfly theory.
Yes. You see? Wait, what's the butterfly theory?
So the butterfly is that if you go back in time and if a butterfly is flying on a flower and you remove that butterfly in that moment, you can change the entire because it's an effect. It has an effect on the nature. It has an effect on everything. So if you removed it from its natural habitat, just a simple something as insignificant as a butterfly, you could absolutely change the future.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't even use that. Okay. Guys, we're learning every day. So the last one, right? I think the universe is saying something to you. Would you rather your partner knows all your secrets or your parents know all your secrets? It's giving you doomed if you don't, you're doomed if you know?
I'll think my partner know all my secrets. And not to say I have terrible secrets.
What about your parents?
No, my parents have taken me to a certain point, and I think let's not traumatize them any further. Like, they've raised me up into the point. Like, good for them. Yeah. But my partner's the person I want for the rest of my life. Okay, so he's gonna be my new family, essentially. True. So rather he know my secrets.
Okay. Let's do one lucky one. Okay. Drops mic. The lucky one. Okay. Would you rather accidentally send the wrong screenshot or the wrong voice note?
The wrong, oh my gosh, the wrong voice notes, the wrong screenshot. You can't do anything about that. A screenshot is a screenshot. Like that's proof. Voice notes, there's not much I say on voice notes. But
what if you were like venting out or crashing out?
Oh, crashing out about someone.
Yes, and then you send it maybe to the actual person.
Yes. No, at least then we have a way to solve things after that. I feel like a screenshot, it implies I wanted to gossip about you. It implies that there was something more sinister that it had to be in a. I don't know.
That's true.
Screenshots are.
So they're harmless. Okay, guys, that brings us to our icebreaker. This or that. Okay, it's actually interesting because when you're sitting down and thinking about this or that, it gives you a platform of, okay, if you had the option to choose the pathway that you want, you know, you have to think about the end goal, because it's a thing of every decision that you make obviously has consequences, good or bad, right? So I like that icebreaker.
True. No matter where you go, you're going to have to deal with something.
There is going to be something, whether you have money, there's something that comes with the money as well.
And if you don't have money, there's something else that comes with that.
You see? Yeah. So guys, it brings us to what we're going to be talking about today, right?
Yes.
So we've been building up with all our episodes, our series, and so forth. Identity, you know, pressure, you know, journaling, understanding yourself, conflict, and all those things. But we are still going to be diving deep into it, you know. Unpacking it, because guys, remember, we're also still experiencing it. So based on our experiences, we are going to be sharing that as well, you know. So remember that I think the most important thing is that for the fact that when you walk into the corporate space, right, it's so quick to replace your habits with work. You know, because remember, deadlines come, things become urgent, you know, and then the things that you used to do,
non-existent.
Guys, I made a commitment in June. Guys, I even bought a stepper. I have a yoga mat at home because in my mind I said, okay, fine, I finish work late. I can't go to the gym, right? So I'm like, oh, let me just bring the gym home, right? But still, guys, have I exercised?
Where are they sitting inside the house? Because that will tell us a lot.
In my room.
Okay, all right.
It's just the thing of, if you're not stoned with those habits, right? It's so easy for you to replace them with something else. And then that now becomes your habit that, okay, when you get home, you know, it's your laptop. You're now not spending time with your family, checking up on your friends and stuff like that, because something else came in to replace that.
So you almost have to be like so serious about what you should, like you have to be like relentless about
yes, you know. So it's like, it's so weird, because that if we sit down and look at degrees, right? Example. Fine, people are getting qualified. We loved it. We love it, right? We're getting the necessary qualifications. We're graduating and stuff like that. But now the problem is due to like all these economic crises where it's happening, where people are being retrenched, right? Number one, unemployment rate is going up and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, fine, we're having the pool of graduates coming out, but then it's like, there's not enough space to make it into the workplace. So what other skills are we incorporating so that we can be, you know, desirable? Yes. You know, so it's like
in the market.
Exactly. So it's like you sit down and you think that, okay, now how am I going to be having that value and skill in that market? Because I see it with myself. Road to sign off. Hello. Yes, road to sign off. Hello. Where I'm now sitting down, I'm thinking, fine. Okay, the qualification tick, you know, articles close to ticking that. But now it's like, what
else?
Where am I going to apply? Because guys, now it's like, okay, the market is so tight. Remember, there's also qualified CSAs who are also looking for jobs, you know. There's people coming out of varsity who's also looking for a job. So it's like, Rose, how are you going to make yourself desirable to the recruiters? And you know, like when you get those rejecting emails, it's like, oh, I'm not good enough, you know.
So and meanwhile, you were just the same stats.
You see. So now it's like, okay, guys, how are we fighting that thing of breaking out of commonness? Because things are now becoming common, you know. Degrees are becoming common. Education obviously is now becoming common. But now the only thing that's now setting you apart, guys, I feel like it's the skill.
True.
You know?
It is the skill. I think the best way to make yourself, we also spoke about this previously as well, but to equip yourself with skills that you know a lot of people don't have, or something that, you know, you can even hear in your training office right now, like when someone is like, oh, I wish somebody knew how to do this, or I wish we had someone who was really good in, if you're in a small audit office, a lot of the times, you know, they don't have audit IT. So they'll be like, oh, I wish we had someone. Or it's always, if you're always calling someone outside, call case, for example, call case, where you help them figure out this issue for us. But if you are able to back yourself and learn more about those topics, for example, the IT part of it, or learning the systems part of it, all the accounting systems, you know, if you're quite proficient in, for example, what are the accounting systems? There's that starts with an S.
Which one is it? No.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, so I know the Cispro because I just came up.
Like with all the I know there's
Sage and all those type of
Pastel.
things. So if you as an auditor know how to deal with those things, it's very easy to engage with clients. You can just say, oh, you can just go to that system there. I know where you can find that PO or whatever. So
yeah, but you are right. But because also when you sit down and think about it, right, we have the technical part in which we are acquiring during our articles and stuff like that, right? But now the problem is, fine, you can have all the technical knowledge, the foundation, you know your standards back and forth. Oh, guys, IFRS 15, recognition, you're naming everything. But now the thing is, if you're not a bearable person to be around,
that's huge.
Am I actually going to want you in my team? You know, so the soft skills, guys, I know we take them for granted, where we're like, no, but you got 80s in school, you got 90s in school. But if you don't have like people skills, you know, like your intellectual capacity with dealing with people, like how do you bring that into the workplace? Because I see it sometimes, sometimes it's so difficult to work with like a difficult manager sometimes. You end up hating the work because of how the manager responds to you or treats you guys, you know. There's no trust element. So it comes down to, yes, you have all these technical skills, but if you don't have the soft skills, guys, I'm telling you, you're not, you can be someone that, okay, fine, maybe you're not technically strong, but one thing that's going to open doors for you is your soft skills, because people are going to remember how you make them feel, how you are with the team, you know, how you contribute in the team. Because like example, let's say maybe I'm starting off a new project. I'm going to think, oh yeah, actually, Kobisa, she's good to, like, she talks to people. I know good client engagements and stuff like that. So it'll be easier for us to get information from the clients.
That's true.
You see? But you can have all this corporate jargon, you know, but you can't go to the client and be like, give me the IFRS, what, you know?
Exactly.
You need to be able to bring yourself down to the client, you know, to the employees. Remove your technical side and be like, okay, let's talk, engage, human to human. So those are one of the things that where I've been sitting down and realizing that, guys, fine. Technical, you can have that background, but if you don't have the soft skills, guys,
you're done for.
So like technical skills, fine, they do matter. They bring you to the space, right? But what keeps you in the space? I feel like it's your soft skills.
Definitely. And I would say there's nothing more that people like having. When you come into the room, people are so happy that you're there. And they're not happy because, oh, you know, the IFRS, I promise you, they could have solved that with or without you. But the energy, the atmosphere you come in, you know, sometimes I look at even like when you can see what type of audit team you're working with and you look at the list, okay, it depends on the type of firm you are in. But I know there's a lot of rotationals. So you can see, oh, in the next month I'm going in an audit with who and who. Then you get excited. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm also going to work so well because I love being in a boardroom with these people. Then there's some groups, and then you're just like, oh my gosh, you're just
stressed out.
No, you're just like, oh, like I'm not going to, and you have already, because you've been around the people and you're just like, oh, can this audit just end? And when you're in that type of space or when you're in that type of mindset, you're not going to, like, it's not going to be a good time at work. And even when it comes to managers and things, there are some managers who get the best results out of their trainees, and that's simply because they are great to be around and they're great leaders as well.
That's actually true, hey? But like since, okay, we've been, I think it's 7 months now, hey?
Yes.
Are there any habits that you think, okay, I've actually incorporated this in my team and it works?
Okay.
Or even for yourself, because like example with me, I know for a fact that, okay, our team morale is low because people are just like tired, it's the studies or whatever, right? So it's like the small things where if I see that, okay, the team is feeling overwhelmed, I'm like, guys, coffee break, let's go, or example, guys, let's go for lunch, let's go out for fresh air, let's eat. And then during our lunch breaks, I try that, okay, let's not talk about the actual work because this is your escape place. It's like those small little habits that you bring into the team. Yes, maybe I'm also feeling the pressure, but I try bring like a positive energy to the team because remember, it's a ripple effect. If you come with like a down energy, I'm also, like, we don't know. We don't know,
what's going on
so
at the sample.
That's one thing that I've seen, that people feed off on energy. The type of energy that you give onto them is the energy that they feed off on.
Actually.
And then that, as you said, if you go into an audit and the team is, you're like, oh my word, this is going to be the longest month, So it's like small things that you also do to like,
that you encourage, like the other week, one of our partners actually, she was off-site, but she sent us like a huge box of Krispy Kreme donuts because she knew how.
Is it the glazed ones?
No, actually, because oh my gosh, when they bought
glazed donuts are like standard in corporate.
Because then she bought like a huge. She sent us a box of donuts, and I was like, "Yo, this is so huge. I'm sure it's the glazed." That's literally what I said. I was
because
I was just thinking, but we opened, it's all these decorated ones, it's all the gourmet ones.
Ooh,
we were like, let me try that. Like that actually brought, because we were like, she actually had a lot of thought when she did this. Even last year, we had a manager and we were like, oh, let's quickly go out. Let me show you guys to this nice. It was a relish. Do you know pantry?
Oh yes, yes.
So down the road there's this relish.
You an advocate, eh?
I love relish. So then he told us, oh, let me take you. Let's all go out there. I'll get everyone something there. And when we came back, we were like, we were hyped, like do more work. So
No, it does help. So guys, like basically what we're trying to say is that. Sit down, assess what type of habits you can actually bring in. So example, guys, yes, at work you're reading every day. When you get home, you can read a novel. Guys, I'm reading this nice book. It's called Zoo City. Once I'm done, I'll let you guys know. It's really nice because then you're reading something else that's distracting you from the work, So like getting into those habits, because remember, you can't be one-dimensional. You have to have like different things. Yeah, you need depth to your character. So example, even like incorporating exercise. When you're exercising, you know that, okay, you're fueling up your brain cells, your body, you're giving it energy. And for the fact that you spend so much time just sitting down in the office, guys, you need body movement. You need some body movement, So it's actually interesting that how can you actually bring your habits into the things that you do, like small stuff, guys. It doesn't even have to be big things. Like commit to something. I think that's one of the biggest things that this month, as we go into August, right? We are challenging you guys just to commit to one habit, like literally just one habit. Something small. Example, maybe you introverted. Challenge yourself to say, when I get into the office, I'm going to try have a conversation with like one person. Like the more you practice, the more you get comfortable with doing something. You can't just do something once and be like,
like, oh, this is not for me, and then
you need to do it. Like a lot of times, it's like with the F&B guys. We both joined. We joined the F&B Academy, right? So, like when I was doing like the whole coding thing, when I first started the prompt, I'm like, you know how it gives you like that error thing in the terminal box. Listen to me using the language. In the terminal box. And then it's a thing of, if I just gave up, I would have just said, you know what, I don't want to do this, I'm done, right? But for the fact that I was like, no, actually, this is an interesting thing. I know I'm going to fail, but my comeback, I know
it's gonna be good. Yes, that's good. And also, I think we should another great way that people can be encouraged to not sit in there just the corporate thing is that I think some of us, we think corporate is just going to always be our only biggest achievement, and that's that. Therefore, I should give my whole life into this because it's like the only thing I could ever do, which is not true at all. Like there are so many other achievements. Like right now, I actually bought a wool the other day because I want to learn how to crochet. I don't know when I'll be able to do that.
You bought wool?
Yes, wool.
Like
I bought a stack of wool.
Okay.
And I'm going to make a scarf.
Okay, we'll hold you to it. December,
so
she has to come on here and show us something.
Yes,
so that's what you're committing to.
Yes. Yeah, I put the wall.
Are you still going to that thing you're going to in November?
The hierarchy? Yes.
Guys, you said Tobisa's committing.
No,
And you're committing on a public platform, so you can't go back on your word.
Actually, it will be done.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually in September, I'm running a race. So it's all about just finding other things to be proud of for yourself, to be like, oh, actually, I could do this. Because honestly, when you're old and whatnot, you're not going to look back and be, oh, what a life I lived. And it was you in that open plan. You have to see, like, what could I test myself to do?
Yes. But when you sit down also, because I was thinking, remember when we had like June 16?
Yes.
At our workplace, we had to come, wearing your blazers and stuff like that.
Yes.
So literally, I have a box with all my stuff from like high school, primary school. So literally, when I opened that box, I'm like, oh my word, I used to do so many things. And then when you sit down and think in your adult life, right? And I'm just like, I do literally one thing. Okay, now I do other things, guys. But I'm just saying, like, it's just work. But it takes so much from you. And then when you think about like your younger self, yes, age plays a part. But when you look back at your younger self, literally you had school, you had sports, you came back and you had energy to even study or whatever. And the thing is, you were involved in so many things. But when you get those achievements, like example, you get like a certificate, you get like an award, a medal, those things made you feel good about yourself, which is something that's not the same in the corporate space, because corporate space, they only recognize like big achievements. So it would be nice, like if they can do like maybe small things like employee, like trainee of the month, example, like who stood out the most, who initiated some, like those small little initiatives. Because I remember last year what we did in our, I'm like in a wellness committee at work, right? So for our year end, what we did, we basically issued out certificates, so like with fines. So we basically asked everyone in the team to write a fine for someone, but we made it funny, like maybe you're a keyboard warrior, and we literally had that printed out, and then people would remember you for like small stuff, or maybe who's the social butterfly. And it feels good when you receive something, and then it motivates you to look forward to work,
to the next,
because you know that, okay, you're getting something out of it.
So
you are
the
recognition. So guys, try incorporate like those initiatives, like in your workspace. It would be nice to get recognition, even if it's the smallest thing. Because I know we participated in the Super Brew Challenge. Right, with the World Cup, guys. I know not everyone knows anything what's happening about soccer. We just know, oh, this team is winning. That's But it was nice because it was so challenging, motivated. When you're looking at the leadership and you're like the leaderboard, and you're just like, oh my word, Tobisa's at the top. I want to beat you, you know. And then you know that, okay, you're getting something at the end. It's like those small initiatives when you know, I'm getting something out of it.
That's true. That's good.
Yeah, And then like what do you think? Okay, this is a nice quiz. I was thinking about it over the like yesterday. Like, do you think like there's a habit when you're sitting down that you committed to, example, and you're like, okay, no, this changed my career. If I hadn't maybe committed to this habit, I wouldn't be here. It's a thoughtful one. That's what I thought about when I was sitting down. Because with me, I think one thing that I committed to is journaling, right? Because when I sat down with like journaling my thoughts and ideas, it gave me a clear timeline or pathway. Because before it was a thing of, I would want to do everything, and when you do everything, your thoughts become scattered. But like when I journal things down, it's easy for me to like plan it into a timeline to say, okay, I have all these ideas, but how are you factoring it into your time? You can't do everything now. True. So that's one thing that I committed when I started. I started doing that when I started my first year of varsity. So it was like easier for me to like plan out things and make decisions better. So that habit till today, guys, you'll catch me with my diary. I know you guys are iPad kids now, so but I'm still old school with your journal, pen, and you write down. I feel like you when you write something down, it's like a personal commitment. That's my habit.
I think for me, I would say it's more relationship. I've committed to building relationships with people who I found a bit intimidating.
Okay.
And that I know it's not it's not a personal habit, but it's a habit because in the way that it changed my career is that it helped me to actually bypass things that I would never be able to figure out.
Okay.
Also, even end up on audits that I genuinely like because I now have that relationship. So even building just cool, chilled relationships, or just having fun conversations in the office with people you wouldn't expect to have fun conversations with. So, for example, seniors that like you find them so out of reach, just to like, you know, because they actually want that type of connection, but they just don't know how to reach out. Or even with partners, I spoke to partners about like running the other day and like going out and like their high school days and everything. And that actually changes so much. Not because you now favorite or whatever, but because like when they're thinking of a name and they're like, oh, who can I put in this like really cool audit? Then they're like, oh, Tobisa did mention that she likes running. Let's put on the, not that they did, but like, let's put let's put her on the total sports audit. You know, let's put there's a audit happening in like Cape Town. She's always mentioned that she wanted to, you know, things like just building that type of relationship and not being like, just being like a cool person. And then also,
but you see what it comes down to?
Yes,
soft skills.
Yeah.
You see, because now people remember you for the things that, how you made them feel in that moment. They don't care that you got cum laude back, you know. It's a thing of, okay, I had a conversation with this person. How did you make me feel, you know? And I know that, okay, fine, we are all experiencing pressure, right? And we did say that, okay, pressure does condition you, right? But guys, sometimes it just depends on what lens are you viewing it, because pressure sometimes will condition you, but sometimes it's not a punishment.
True.
It can build character, you know? So within that pressure, there's this thing that I came across. I remember when we attended like this seminar, this lady spoke about the E times R equals O.
Okay.
Right? So E stands for the event.
Okay.
You're always going to experience the event. But R, with the response, how you respond to it will determine the outcome, right? So the event is that, okay, there's pressure, right? Everyone's experiencing pressure. But between you and I, the way I respond to pressure is not going to be the same way you respond to pressure. And then your reaction and my reaction will have two different outcomes. So that's why I'm saying, like, sometimes the pressure is not really, yes, it can condition you, but it's not really a punishment. And it can be a blessing in disguise, because now you're building your character. It makes you more self-aware within that pressure. It builds resilience. Guys, we've heard, you know how it is in your CVs when you're like, time management, resilience. You know, but how can you state those things if you haven't gone through it?
That's true.
So that's why I'm saying, like, with pressure, like, it builds leadership skills. Within that pressure, you have to make decisions.
That's
you know?
true. You need to quick thinking. And I will say, in the moment, you don't feel nice in the pressure, but what it produces on the other side, you'll be so glad that you went through it. Because even me, sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, this is like so. It was pressure on how the standard of like the working paper, the audit. So now I was looking at everyone else's working papers, like first years and whatnot. I'm like, oh, you actually fix this. But now at the end, when you look back, you're like, wow, this is actually so nice, you know. Or the late nights you work, and then at the end you're like, yo, I can actually do this much faster now. Or I'm so smart in this. If somebody asks me about the sandpaper industry, I'm like, oh my gosh, let me tell you. Because, you know, so like the pressure's not fun in the moment, but the outcome is always it's a desirable objective. It's a desirable outcome. So
that's actually true. So guys, just to leave you with like food for thought, right? Number one, what habits are you guys committing to in this current month, right? Number two, within the pressure that you're currently in, right? How are you choosing to react to it? Because that's going to determine the outcome. Which lens? You guys see I'm wearing glasses. Tobias is not. We both have different visions, right? So how are you guys going to be perceiving that? So it's so important that you guys sit down and think that, number one, which habits are you guys committing to? Because we are entering a new season, guys. August is coming. It's a new season. And also the most important thing, within your pressure, you know, how are you guys perceiving things within that pressure? Because the outcome, either it makes you or
it breaks you.
Yes, it does. Okay. But before we end off, guys, remember we did announce that we have our trainee dilemma segment, right? So we have something that we are going to be reading out. We got a response for one of the trainee dilemmas. And basically what we're doing with the trainee dilemma, it's just a platform for trainees to speak out, reach out to us anonymously.
Yes.
Guys, you don't give us your name or anything. And then we just get to read it in the podcast, you know, speak about it, give our advice. And then when we do have guest judges, the guest judges will also give like more insightful inputs on that, right? So the first dilemma for today's episode, because we're just going to be reading like a dilemma for each episode. So the first dilemma for today's episodes is, am I in the right career? That's the question, right? So our first anonymous submission comes from a finance professional, right? Who has been struggling with imposter syndrome. Remember you wrote an article about this? So guys, you came to the right place. Here's our expert. Our expert. So imposter syndrome for more than 3 months, right? Although they recognize that they have potential, they shared that they no longer believe they are able to realize that potential in their current environment. This has led them to question not only their workplace, but whether finance is the right career for them at all, right? The individual has not spoken to anyone about these feelings because they don't feel comfortable opening up, and they're simply looking for an honest response.
Okay.
Interesting, hey? But I do understand them not opening up, guys. It's a bit difficult opening up to your colleagues. Let me start off with colleagues, right?
True.
Because, example, if I reach out to my manager, remember your manager wants what's best for the team, for the company. So they're not really going to encourage you to just look out elsewhere. What's the purpose? Because now I'm going to lose someone who's potentially great, right? So it comes down to this individual. Personally, I feel like they've allowed the pressure to condition them because now they're starting to hate what they started with. Because if you're a finance professional, you pursued it because you enjoyed it. But because of the environment that you're currently in, it's made you feel like,
is this really the good place for me? Yes. I would also say, I think it's normal to have these emotions, like, am I in the right? I mean, just a week ago, I was like, oh, should I actually be in banking and all this? But it's just like these thoughts that just like kind of be like, oh, where should I be? I think it's always good to not also think like I'm doomed to this entire career my entire life. I think the best thing is to say, okay, what do I genuinely want to achieve right now in the season where I'm in? And if I could, where would I want to go? Because it's one thing to not feel like you belong in the right career, and it's another thing to know where you want to go afterwards. So if you don't know where you want to go afterwards, then I wouldn't say, okay, finance profession is not for me. But if I have a deep longing in my heart to say, oh, I don't want to be a finance professional, actually I want to be like in law, or I want to be in auditing rather, then seek out more knowledge. I think also the best thing is like knowledge will solve this dilemma. A lot more information about where they're going, a lot more information about where they want to go. So I'd say researching is the best. I'd
also like say maybe do like a pros and cons list, right? Why are you in finance? Why do you enjoy it? And then cons would be, okay, why are you hating it? Why the sudden change of heart? Because if I link it to myself, example, if I hadn't moved from one province to where I am at the moment, right? That environment, like currently where I am, I wouldn't be the type of person that I am. So sometimes changing the environment is actually essentially what you need so that you can realize your potential, your purpose, and where you want to go. So I think start off by doing like a pros and cons list. Sit down. As Tobisa said, it's not about acquiring more information because you're just going to get overwhelmed. You can only research to some certain extent, but sit down. Get the knowledge that you currently have, your baseline, and then work with the current foundation. And then maybe potentially reach out to people in the finance industry, And you know how it's so comfortable to talk to strangers. Reach out to people that are currently in the same path as you. And I would definitely advise getting a mentor in your industry. It's so important. Someone who's gone through a similar path so that they can guide you.
And you can find a lot of people that felt like this, maybe where this person works. But to ask them, have you ever felt like this? Because there was a time I felt like I was not feeling like I was not waking up feeling excited to go do work and what. So I reached out to someone I'm quite familiar with, and she said, "Oh, I'm actually feeling like this right now." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And
you see,
I asked someone else, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I felt like this like a month ago." And I was like, "Oh, and we all just spoke and gave each other like some solutions. And afterwards, like I think 2 weeks later, I was back at it. So
it's seasonal.
It's seasonal. So it's really good to gain a lot more perspectives and not think you're like just the only person. Like you're not an island, so you can find other people who feel this way as well.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So guys, if you have any other suggestions, for our first trainee dilemma, feel free to drop them in the comment section. Yes. Share maybe your insights if you're a professional, if you're in the industry, if you can actually maybe give input on how you've dealt with imposter syndrome, where you felt like, is this really the career? Because I think also the biggest thing that kills us is fear as well, having to start or step into the unknown. It's so scary. So I think if you have any advice for the first dilemma that we currently have, feel free to drop a comment, share it with people, engage with other people, because we help each other, guys. It's a community. You cannot grow in isolation.
That's true.
You grow when you're in a pack, when you're together, But so that brings us to the end of our episode, and we're just going to leave you guys with one food for thought. What's one habit that you guys are going to be replacing in the current month? I challenge you guys to actually replace one bad habit with something good and then commit to that. And then tell us the outcome at the end of the month on how you actually committed to that. We'll come back with our feedback on what we replacing. And
I actually have one now.
Oh,
okay. The crochet thing, I'm actually, before I go to bed, I'm not going to use my phone. I'm going to learn how to crochet.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that.
If I answer the phone at night, then I'm not.
I'm going to hold you. But don't disappear when we call you for the meeting updates.
I go to sleep at like 10 o'clock. So just 30 minutes before I go to bed, I'm just going to crochet. And be like, okay, well, I guess I'm just going to stay at the ceiling until I go to bed.
Okay.
I think that will help you out.
All right, guys. This is love from us. And don't forget to
like, follow, share, subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you want to see us to be glorified, remember it's grind and glory. We're still grinding right now. So if you guys really want us to be glorified at the end, guys, please do the right thing. Like, share, follow, speak about it, engage, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. This is love, peace from us.
Yes. Bye.